Joyce, my story I will tell. How hardly I left this land in Galway I did dwell. 14 years in slavery, the more they held command. Lives were cheap, we were sold like sheep in Algiers burning land. So I gave myself in servitude for 7 long years or more. Bidding goodbye to Kit and Timmy sailed out from the shore. As we took our last full look on Ireland's glittering strand, to Barbados and the sugar cane, the captain would sell all hands. Sell all hands, captain would sell all hands. To Barbados and the sugar cane, the captain would sell all hands. Now we hadn't been on the deep for 2 days, but nearly 3. When dawn a brisk and blowy day, 3 distant sailed to sea. They beat a course towards us, and we tacked our ship about. But they gave chase and soon gained pace and rolled their cannons out. But when I saw that sickle flag curling scimitar in each hand, I feared it struck a heavy blow. We hatched to fight or stand. Those fearsome Janissaries, all from their native land, they'd come to pillage and plunder and chain us in iron bands. Iron bands, chain us in iron bands. They'd come to pillage and plunder and chain us in iron bands. Well, broadside to broadside, soon we were engaged. They grappled, hooked, and boarded us as the battle raged. But we were far outnumbered, and soon our flag came down. To the beats and blows of the pirate foe, we surrendered every man. Whether viewed as captives under Barbary, we were bound. Thrown into the hole, me boys, my ankles chained around. Dead and trough with pack and slop, we slept where we did stand. Oh, how I cursed and ruled the day I left old Ireland. Ireland, left old Ireland. Oh, how I cursed and ruled the day I left old Ireland. No, 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 no. 3 months we were at sea, till we dived to yells and cheers. Brought up and blinded in the light in the port of old Algiers. First they sold our women to the harems, they were bound. Most men went to the salt mines, in a life in hell they found. Well, I'd apprenticed as a boy, and I fashioned rings of gold. But the least he told the auctioneer who had me bought and sold, to a goldsmith of the Sultan who needed a helping hand. Kind Providence had saved my life in this fierce and foreign land. Well, he took me in and fed me and attended to my wounds, and he taught me all the craft he knew of gold and precious stones. And as the weeks rolled into months and the months rolled into years, I became a master of my trade, goldsmith in Algiers. In Algiers, goldsmith in Algiers, I became a master of my trade, goldsmith in Algiers. Now I fashion fine things for the Sultan to behold, chalices and necklaces, rings of beaten gold. But the finest work among them all, it was a wedding band, with a golden heart held tenderly between 2 loving hands. Heart in hand, heart and loving hand, was a golden heart held tenderly between 2 loving hands. Well, finally the news came, for I was to be freed. The king demanded a release, and the sultan he agreed. My master begged for me to stay and offered his daughter's hand, but it did Algiers ado with safe passage to Ireland. And now I'm back in Claddagh, where I was born and bred, with a wife and 3 daughters and a house and a farmstead. Still I make rings and fine things for the great and grand, but my favorite is the Claddagh Ring with its heart and loving hand. Heart in hand, heart and loving hand, my favourite is the Claddagh Ring with its heart and loving hand.